Howdy folks, Little John out on the back veranda once again. We're having a bit of a tasting this afternoon. Got my hands on the new Coopers Hazy IPA. A little bit of a commotion getting around with this one coming out. People are all over the place trying to get to it, see if it's any good. Has Coopers been able to have a decent crack at a Hazy IPA? How have they gone? Managed to get one today, so let's have a bit of a read of the can here before I get into it. It says this limited edition full flavoured ale is characterised by a blend of exotic hops, which I don't know why hops are exotic. They don't tend to grow in exotic locations, but anyway, exotic hops which feature citrus notes of mandarin, tangerine, grapefruit and orange. Okay, so we've pretty much listed the four most recognisable citrus notes for people. True to style, our Hazy IPA delivers a full mouthful, while our traditional form of ale brewing and natural conditioning maintains Cooper's uniquely distinctive flavours. Flavour. Now, this is one thing I've seen a little bit of contention about, and that is that the Cooper's flavour, and Cooper's using what would appear to be, and from their own wording there, their in-house yeast with its well-known flavours and whatnot. So anyway, a little bit of detail here on some malt and things. Over with that, I'm going to get a pour on. I can't drink it if I don't pour it, so we're going to pour up them. I don't want to be too gentle. Make sure we're just in case there's any typical Cooper's nonsense there in the bottom of the can, which if they're using their traditional methods, then one would assume there's going to be. But okay, it's a bit of froth in there. We'll just let that sit for a minute. So it's got on the back here, malt is Cooper's Pale, and that's it. Just the Cooper's Pale malt. Hops, Artemum and Strata. Okay, so they've gone with certainly their newer hops, especially the Strata. Not so much the Artemum. Artemum's been around for a while. I said I don't know what to stretch that to exotic. But 27 IBU. An IBU for me means sweet, sweet fuck all. In a hazy. There's so much happening late. Like the IBU bloody levels really, doesn't make much fucking difference. ABV 6.2, so they've got the ABV up in the range where it should be, so it's a decent strength. 375ml can, which is good. Best before on the base of the can, it would be a decent best before, 27th of July 20, so we assume it was done batch on the 27th of July. Hang on, best before. No, sorry, it said, fucking idiot. It says best after 27th of July. So we don't know how old that is at the time. So July, August. So it's 5 weeks from that best after date, and again with Coopers, to some degree, that date doesn't matter much, but I think on this sort of thing it probably does matter a little bit more, because what is that date? How long after bottling was that? But anyway, so we'll have a look at it. It's that light orangey, typical New Englandy colour. Now, say they're not calling it a New England, they're just saying it's a Hazy IPA. And yeah, it's hazy. It's not, certainly not clear, that's for sure. It's reasonably carbonated. poured a bit ahead. Like I said, I did swallow a can of things, so that wouldn't have helped that. Well, give me a second to think about that. I really don't know what to think of that. Okay. Righto. Straight off the bat, Coopers, you fucking failed. That's just, you know, it's I don't even know. I want to say messy, but I don't even know if it's messy. It screams, that the brewer didn't know what they were doing. Didn't know what they were trying to achieve at the very least. And I think this is, I think it's come across in a few of their recent beers where they tried to step into the craft market. Yeah, no, it's just, it's not nice. There's just a terrible layer of hops there, a really bad combination of oils. It feels like it's not slick, but it's not quite oily in the mouth, but you can pick it's the oils, and it's not nice. There's no citrus flavour there. They rave on about their mandarin and tangerine, grapefruit and orange. If that's what citrus tastes like in South Australia, I'm not going there. Because if citrus tastes like that, it's been sitting in the sun for 6 weeks before you've eaten it. That's bad. And I've said this before with plenty of beers. Yeah, there's this disappointment. And what's really the most disappointing with this beer, it's not the flavour, it's that Coopers, who really, for all intents and purposes, are the original craft beer company in Australia. They're the original craft brewers. With their pale ale and the sparkling ale. They were doing craft beer well before craft beer was even a thing. And they built their reputation on that their beer was different and the beer had flavour, at a time when other beer was really lacking. And over the years, they've obviously tried to step up into a bigger market, because Coopers, as much as it's always had a following, it's always been a small following, because for a lot of people it's always had that home brew sort of connotation, from the bottle conditioning and the sediment in the bottle. So many people sort of gave Coopers into that home brew basket. It's like home brew. So I get why they've tried to step out into the market, but they really need to fucking look at what they're doing. But I've not tried one of their recent beers that's been, you know, of any decent quality. They're all short of the mark. They're all lacking. They all screw the XPA, the Session Ale. They all scream, instead, of brewers who just really don't know what they're doing. They're out of their depth. They're not sure what it is they're trying to achieve. I mean, these are a big mob. I mean, this isn't a little... They're not a lot of little pop-up guys being bloody set up in a little warehouse in the back lane of, you know, in the back streets of Melbourne for the last, you know, 2 years, and someone's dumped his life savings. But, you know, someone's dumped their life savings into setting up a brewery, you know, and they've just gone flying in there and started throwing shit together, and turned out some crappy beer. Because that's what it bloody tastes like. Like, it's like, does anyone, did they do test batches? Did anyone sit down and do a test batch of this combination of this bloody beer, and try it, and go fucking, now that's not good, don't put it out there? I mean, surely, if that's what your tasters are getting, and they're telling you that's bloody good beer, fucking tasters are either fucking full of shit, or, you know, but the people that hire them and keep paying them are full of shit, because it's not good. You know, fuck, I don't want to drink any more of it. If you've not tried this, I can't suggest going and trying it. Even, you know, look, if you're Coopers, you know, if you're a bit of a Coopers fan, or, you know, and you really feel the need, go and get one. I mean, it wasn't super dear. I mean, it's not like you're bloody paying 11 or 12 bucks a can for it, but realistically, if you're at the bottle shop and that's there, and there's a can that you can get your hands on, you know, doesn't need you taking more than 17 steps to get to it, buy the other can. If it's something you haven't tried, because there's a fucking good chance it's going to be better than this shit. I was really hoping that with the Artnum and the Strata that it was going to be good. I mean, I've done trials with the Strata, and it's a lovely, yeah, big lot of passion, yeah, lots of passion fruit and beautiful tropical fruit. There's not a mention of that on here anywhere. So yeah, I just really don't know what the go is. If they just made a fucking beer without any real consideration of what's gone into it, just based on, we'll knock out, yeah, whatever, 200 fucking barrels of it, or whatever bloody cut so many hectolitres. We'll do a batch, we'll do a full run, and we'll just bottle it, can it, send it out. People will fucking buy it. Which is probably true. They've probably got enough that people will buy the bloody whole lot out, and, you know, they're probably making money out of it. But it's not doing them any favours. You're not winning any people over. If anything, like, from my point of view, it's just reinforcing the fact that I don't want to bloody muck around with Cooper's crap. And it gets to the point where it's like, okay, well, if that's the amount of respect you got for the beer drinking community, then I'm not drinking your beer at all, because you clearly don't give a fuck. Yeah, so I don't know. Coopers, anyone from Coopers is fucking watching, pull your finger out of your ass, give a fuck, and make a decent fucking beer for a change. Because that's there, fucking rubbish. Not drinking it.